Hey guys, welcome back to Mod and Pop Thrift. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and I'm a stay-at-home dad for my 6 children. And I'm way more stay-at-home dad than full-time reseller because I don't make full-time money and I don't really get 40 hours in being a stay-at-home dad of 6 children. But it is Sunday afternoon and somebody just posted on Facebook Marketplace a vise that I know is at least $100. It might be more. Don't sleep on vices, guys. If you see a vise at a thrift store, at a yard sale on Facebook Marketplace, it could be worth some money. This one's old, and anything that's like made in the US or made in the 80s is going to have some money because it's not made with new cheap steel and people just trust them more. And so they're tools that people use, and there's collector market vices. So we're gonna go pick up a vise and I'll show it to you and show you some comps, and then maybe we'll hit Goodwill when we're done.
You can hear on.
So this is a little Taiwanese lady. She said that several times, and her husband passed away a couple of years ago, and she has a warehouse that is walking distance that way, but she wants to drive and show me all the stuff that she has that was his, and he collected everything. This could turn into a thing. I own a house in Dunlap. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So I got the vise and we went in the garage, but the garage really was just her maintenance shed for her rental properties. And I told her I sell stuff on eBay, and she was really interested in that. And she was a delight to deal with, just having a conversation. So there wasn't anything I needed to buy in the maintenance shed, but we're gonna connect on some other stuff because she said she's got a house load of old speakers and stuff. So my wife called me in the middle of telling you guys the story about this little lady that is selling stuff on Facebook, but that will not be the end of the story with this woman. And I don't know her. I hesitate to, I want to say her name and make her a character in the videos, and maybe she will be eventually if things work out the way that it feels like they might. But for now, we're just she sold me a vise, and we had a good time looking at the stuff in her maintenance shed that I didn't need to buy. But the vise is pretty cool, and it's by Morgan, and it's got a wooden handle. So it's Morgan Vise Company, 200 rapid action. And if you look up Morgan Vise Company, this is the one. And it doesn't exactly work right this minute, but it's worth what I paid for it in parts. But I suspect I can just get it working. I just don't know what's wrong with it because I haven't messed with that before. It can't be complicated. But anyway, pretty excited about that. The potential for that relationship to turn into something. And I've got, I'm gonna run in here and see if we can't make some money. So those look interesting for $10. So those noise canceling headphones were in too bad a condition to be worth selling. They were Redo skateboards, $5. They're on brand trucks made in China. It's junk. The speakers or the headphones were just not in the kind of condition as to be worth selling whole, and they weren't worth much in parts. So we went ahead and skipped that. How about a Kryptonic skateboard? $5, but it's not vintage. Probably also not worth much. Whole bunch of toy sets here, but there's a kid looking at them, and I try to, as much as I try to keep nobody on my videos, I definitely don't want to record a kid. So that is Monster High pieces and parts for $25, and the rest of that is crap. That's Monster High also for $29. Hard pass. Oh, that is Apu as an elephant. That's interesting. From the Disney parks. We just sold one of these for $15, but it took forever, and I think the one we sold was a little bit nicer. Take this opportunity while I'm not finding anything else, and I'll put comps up for this thing. Is it worth getting? You tell me. If there was a set of these, it might be worth looking into. Andy Warhol. Not dated. If I knew it was vintage. Maybe I'll look it up anyway. This kind of pattern always interests me, but if it was anything, it would be textured, not flat. It's just printed on there instead of a glaze. So that thing's for home. This is an interesting piece of Tupperware for $2. I haven't found a number on it yet, but I'm gonna check it out. That is neat. Probably not worth much. But sometimes these decorative percolators can do well. SCM. It's definitely vintage. We'll take it and find out if it's worth anything. So, not surprisingly, this was a bust. It's for washing fruit, which makes sense and probably very useful. And then this was a total bust. If it was, like I said, if it was a set, probably be worth messing with. But this at $4, the lowest complete tested one is listed for $50. There's 19 listed and 25 sold. So that is a get, and then we got a dish for the house. That's something that Desiree's been looking for, so not a total bust so far. Okay, so looking at this, there are, oh, it's not mostly there. It feels like it's probably mostly empty. I don't see the price on it yet, but if it was complete in the box, even pre-owned, it's like $50. And I've got it for $6, and it does have a bunch of pieces, so maybe I could print it out. Let me look into that possibility. So some of these have sold as parts, and this is just missing the teapot and the lid to the teapot. I thought it might be missing a piece here, but the lid for this thing is this thing, and this one doesn't have a lid. No, the other way around. This is the lid for this is the lid for this, and this doesn't have a lid. And 4 cups and 4 saucers and the serving plate, and then it's just missing the teapot. So I think it's not crazy to think I could do pretty well on it, but not as well as if it had the teapot. Berman's made in the US would be better. This is a asymmetric zipper, so not in the middle. This one has some issues. This is the worst thing, but then like the fade actually like is cool. Like the wear on the leather, it's $16. I'm really tempted. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of comping. If it was 10, I'd just grab it and go. But with that hole, and it's only a 38, which is pretty small, I'm gonna be a little more conservative and make sure that there's not 100 of them listed and not sold. So about 5 things, 2 of which are things we're gonna keep. This, I spent $12. I feel like it's easily 30 plus shipping. So that one's not fantastic. This was 6. I feel like it's probably 40 plus shipping. And this one's probably 35 or 40 plus shipping. And all of them have over 100% sell-through rate. This only has 1 listed, 2 sold. This one had like 16 listed and 20 sold, but like some of the solds were single pieces and most of the listeds were single pieces. And then this was almost double the sell-through rate, or like a 200% sell-through rate. So I'm digging in, trying to make sure that I'm buying really, really good items and not wasting my time. Because I've been selling a lot recently where it's older stuff, and I'm like, man, that was a little bit of a waste of time to mess with. And so I'm trying to make sure that we don't end up there. I think that's going to do it for this video. We got a Vice 2 that I kind of forgot about because I was in Goodwill. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks for following and clicking the bell. We'll see you on the next one.